It's a good place to live, but it's a hard place to live at the same time, especially if you're raising livestock here. It's a challenge in the winter a lot of times. I grew up on a crop farm. My dad had both cattle and grain farming, and I think he could see the writing on the wall years and years ago. He was a conservationist. He fed cattle. He tried to get them out on the cropland to feed them in the wintertime where nobody else was doing that, things like that. And then towards the end of his farming career, he actually went totally organic farming. You could see the harm it was doing to the soil and the things that the anhydrous and the fertilizer and the things like that, and he could see that that wasn't going to work for the long haul, I guess.
Growing up with Dad, I mean, he's a guy that likes to change things. He's a guy that always likes to learn and try new things and really think out of the box, and I think we all have a little bit of that.
We've always teased Dad he is addicted to change.
Yeah.
It seemed like every couple of years we had to try something else, but there are definitely things that we have grasped completely to, kind of in sync with nature.
So I think it was 91, a guy by the name of Wayne Berry from Williston came and he put on a 2 or 3 day school in Carrington Research Center. And I went to that not knowing what I was getting into, I guess, and he was an holistic teacher. And he started talking about holistic, and he started saying things I've never heard about, mineral cycle and water cycle, this and that. And I came back from that with a whole new perspective of what we wanted to do here and what we wanted to manage.
And so as we got into our farming journey all those years ago, it became pretty obvious that conventional farming techniques up here might work for a while, but eventually we were going to end up with the degraded soils. So I think that a lot of the journey on this ranch comes from the idea that we needed to do something different or we were going to lose the ranch eventually to erosion.
So Dad started to transition then, and he had already started looking at doing some cell grazing. He'd taken that holistic class from
Wayne Berry. Right.
And we'd already started to implement a lot of this stuff. So it definitely has been a progression over the last 30 years, and we're still changing stuff.
If I was going to give advice to anybody starting, I'd say, look at what's going on outside your area sometimes.
Work with nature. Don't fight it. What we do is hard enough without us making it harder. Our ability to run more cattle on less land has allowed us probably a longevity out of this. I have 6 children, and I know I have a couple sons that want to participate, and I feel like I'm going to be able to do that.
So central North Dakota rural communities are dwindling and dying, and a lot of that is because farmers and ranchers need more and more and more just to sustain their level of profitability. And if we can show that you can do more with less, then maybe our rural community can start to grow and flourish.
It's an immense source of pride. Dad getting recognized for 35 years, 40 years of progressive thinking and taking us down the path that we are still, as a family, walking, I guess, is pretty cool.
It's like John Dutton said, it's a hell of a life. They encouraged me to go along with it, so I said, okay, I'll do it. I look at the people that have received the awards, and I don't know if I'm in the same league as them or not. It's pretty humbling. It really is.
I was really, really happy for Brian because he put a lot of time and a lot of years and a lot of learning and helped his sons who are farmers and ranchers to do things in a good, different way than what most people do.
When you got 3 generations out there, especially if you're a horseback or something, moving cattle or something, and you got your sons and your daughters and your grandkids all working together, there's nothing like it.